For the first time in over 3 years, I'm not going to be working from home. And that's because I've leased an office space where I'll be able to do my day job, I'll be able to build computers, and I'll be able to stream and play video games, all from one space. This is a really exciting step in my business ownership journey, and honestly, it's one of the biggest and the scariest steps that I've ever made. For the first time, I'm about to have real overhead every single month. So even on the slow months, I still have to have money in my account to be able to pay for that lease. Now you're probably asking yourself, why would I do this when I'm clearly apprehensive about bringing this overhead onto my business? The first is that my home office space is just getting too small to do everything that I want to do. I have 100 square feet where I'm trying to film videos like this one. I'm trying to stream and play video games, trying to do my daily job, which doesn't have anything to do with building computers. It's a completely separate thing. And I'm trying to build computers, pack them up, and ship them all from this one space. And to be honest, it's all just becoming a bit chaotic. There's not enough space for everything. I'm tripping over stuff. I'm constantly having to reconfigure everything for every different activity that I'm trying to do in here. And it's just becoming too much. My work is becoming more and more inefficient, and that's not really what I want when I'm trying to grow my business. When I'm playing games in my office, or if I have multiple computers running in here, it starts to get really, really warm in my office. Like I said, it's only 100 square feet. It doesn't take that much heat to really warm it up. There's really no room in here for a portable AC unit, whether it be one that's in the window or a portable like kind of tower setup that attaches to the window, because there's just really not enough space. My desk where my streaming setup is all the way pushed up against the window to make enough room for this build area. And adding something like a mini split to this room is a very expensive solution for a building that honestly just isn't worth it. We bought this house, it's a duplex, to eventually become a rental for both units. So someday we're gonna completely move out of here and we're gonna rent out this side as well as the other side. To be honest, spending that money on a solution that is only really temporary and is in a space that's really only temporary just doesn't make sense in my mind. Thirdly, and this is probably the most important thing, is I would really like to have some separation between my work life and my home life. After over 3 years of working from home, it's become completely impossible for me to completely separate out my work from my home life because there's always something to do. I have my day job, I'm trying to run a PC business, I'm trying to game and stream, and there's just too much to do. There's always something that needs to be done, and it's always right there at hand. I can always just come upstairs, try and get something done real quick, which turns into hours of work when I really only meant to be up there for, 10, 15 minutes. So this new office space that I've been talking to you guys about really will give me that separation of work and home. It'll help me begin the process of understanding how to set those boundaries between work time and family time. And honestly, that's something that I really need and that my family really needs right now. So I spent a bit of time now talking about the space, but you guys don't really even know anything about the space itself. So let me give you guys some details. It's a 505 square foot office space that's split roughly evenly into 2 different rooms. I'll have my own thermostat where I can control the temperature in there, and the lease includes really nice high-speed internet for just $50, which is a huge benefit to me, which means I don't have to deal with any of that. I just pay my landlord and they take care of it. It's also super close to my house to the point where I could walk there in under 15 minutes, drive there, ride my bike, maybe even take the dog over there, and be able to come home for lunches, dinners, and have my family be able to join me over there if I really want to. Now, me being the engineer that I am, I took detailed measurements of the space and made a 2-scale drawing of that space so that I can plan out exactly where everything's gonna go. And right here is that plan. Now, this is probably gonna be a little bit hard for you guys to see on camera, so I've uploaded this photo for you guys to see it more in detail. Here in the picture, you can see the size of the room, where the doors are, and kind of where I plan to put everything. Starting with my workstation for my day job, that's gonna be a nice sit-stand desk facing the exterior window, and it's gonna have my work laptop and a nice ultra-wide monitor for me to work at. Next is gonna be my streaming/gaming station, the one that I currently use today for both gaming, streaming, and my day job. That's gonna be this nice L-shaped desk you see here in the corner with both my stream PC and my game PC, as well as 4 monitors for gaming and monitoring the stream. Lastly, in this room is my build station. It's gonna be the same desk that I'm standing at right now. It's a sit-stand desk where I'll be building PCs, performing tests, filming videos like this one, and putting software on new computers that I build. In the other room, you're gonna find more of the background type stuff. So you can see along this wall is gonna be just a bunch of shelving. This is all gonna be storage for components and kitting up builds as they come in. Then I've allocated this whole section of the room for packing and shipping. Then along to the left are some of the more like essentials for the office. I've got my water cooler, a little coffee station, and my mini fridge over there. And then it's not shown in here, but we purchased a dollhouse for my daughter in case she wants to come and hang out for a while. So that's also gonna be along this wall. That's really all the big stuff in the areas of what's gonna make up my new office space. Now, as you might imagine, going from 100 square feet to 500 square feet means there's probably some stuff that I had to buy in order to really fill the space and make it more efficient. So back behind me, I've brought everything that I purchased for the new office space, with the exception of the new water cooler and the sit-stand desk that I'll be working from for my day job. Since the new office space doesn't have access to filtered water from like my fridge that I have here at home, I bought this water cooler so that I'll have nice, cool, clean, filtered water for me to drink throughout the day. And then the sit-stand desk that I got in order to separate my workspace and my streaming/gaming space is a really nice sit-stand desk that has memory for multiple heights. It's got a little wireless charging pad for my phone, and it's got some USB ports if I need to charge other things at that station. But let's talk about what I've got here with me. To go with that new desk, I needed a new monitor and I needed a new keyboard. So for that, I got this nice Comfort Wave from Logitech. I've used a variation of this keyboard for years, and it's very comfortable, it's very nice to use. So I figured, why buy anything else when these are very reasonably priced? For the monitor, I got this 32-inch 1440p monitor from Acer. It's just a simple 60 hertz monitor, not meant for gaming or anything, but it'll be perfect for how I'm planning to use it for work. The reason I had to get an extra monitor is because I actually share my day job's work monitor with my streaming computer, so it doubles for both streaming and working. And now that those are gonna be separated, I needed to get another one. Next, and this is one of the most important pieces that I got, I bought another coffee maker. This is just a nice cheap pour-over coffee maker with a metal filter. It's almost identical to the one that I use at home, so this will allow me to make coffee from work and still be able to make coffee at home on the weekends and stuff. And since I'll need to be able to heat up that water for the coffee maker, I got this electric kettle. It's got a nice gooseneck design, which makes it ideal for using on pour-over coffee. You can set the temperature, you can change between Fahrenheit and Celsius. You can set a timer so that it'll start at a certain time of the day. This is a great electric kettle for the price. It was only like 40 bucks, and it'll definitely come in handy for making my coffee every day. Next, I got this really long surge protecting power strip. I wasn't sure if there was gonna be enough outlets in the main room for me, so this has a 25-foot cord that will reach from one room into the other if I need the extra outlets. I also got these cable clips for managing cables around the room, and these other cable clips for managing different cables around the room. I'm also gonna have to run some cables along the floor from one room to the other because the Ethernet ports for the office suite are in my storage room. I got yet another cable management device. This velcros to the carpet so that you don't trip on your cables as they run across the room. Very neat, and it was under 20 bucks. I also bought a bunch of long Ethernet cables to reach from one room to the other. And I got this really cool network switch from TP-Link. Because there's only 3 ports in my office, I might have way more than 3 devices that need to be hardlined in. So this network switch will effectively give me high-speed internet to more than 3 devices at once. Very useful, also not expensive. And that's all of the new stuff that I got. I also plan to paint the new office space and put up some sound dampening, both to eliminate echo and to ensure that there's not a bunch of sound going out to other units within the building and vice versa. I'm gonna be moving into this new office space really soon, actually at the beginning of September. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you wanna see the office space, both beforehand, how we're gonna transform it into the ultimate PC building layer, and to see all the new content that's gonna be coming out from that new space.